Okay, so I want to give you an update here. It's been a very long time since I've posted on YouTube. Life's been interesting this last year. We are getting the 99 Silverado ready for its next cash days. About a week and a half, 2 weeks away. We've made some pretty significant improvements, and notably, obviously the exhaust has been pulled off and we are hood stacked right there. And I'll show you what that looks like here in a moment. Today we just got our new injectors in. Nothing exciting to look at there. We replaced the Injector Dynamics 1050Xs, and these are them right here. We had maxed those out at 120% duty cycle. That's yeah, a little more than max, but we hit 120% a couple times. The only thing that really saved me, I think, is my methanol was spraying on top. So the motor didn't lean out. I have quite a bit of methanol spraying in there. But we've got Bosch's 210 pound an hour injectors in now. Got from VS Racing. Viren sent them to me. Anyway, we've got those in, and then we've added a lot more fuel pump. Let me show you. This wire here is just what I've run up. I've got to run the relays and the fuses for the other fuel pumps. But so anyway, as this sits down, we've got a 5-inch ring over there, and that's how that looks right there. Everyone thinks it's a diesel around here, and there's not one diesel that's even come close to holding, staying with me with this truck. Another big notable difference here is we have these new 18-inch wheels, same pattern as or same style as before, but it's a two-tone gray and black, and then obviously we've got some Hoosier slicks on there. These are their 345. I'm sorry, yeah, 345. Now I gotta look, can't remember. Anyway, they're 18s, and they're the DR2 drag radial. They're about $300 a tire, but yeah, they're a 345, 45, 18, I think. Anyway, I can't find it. But anyway, so we got all 4 corner slicks going around on it. So that's a pretty neat, that adds a lot of traction to that. And then on the underside, let me show you what we've done over here to add the fuel that we needed. I'm curious what size these are. I'm sorry, they're a 325, 45, 18. Brings them in right at 30.5 inches tall. I had 32-inch tall tires on before, but this actually makes it a little bit easier on the drivetrain, being that they're a little bit shorter. Effective gear ratio went up about 9%, so that gives me a little bit more power to spin these slicks and to get them down the road. Okay, so this is probably not the way I should have done it, but it's the way it's done. This is a Holley Dominator dual pump. They say specifically to mount these horizontal, not vertical, or else one pump will burn out for the other. But anyway, so this is, I've got 2 Aeromotive 340 liter per hour pumps in the tank, pushing out over the top. And then I've sumped the tank here. And this was an interesting way I did it. I did not just JB weld it. That is just a secondary, just precautionary seal up there. It looks horrible, but that's what happens when it drips. So this is an AN elbow here that I TIG welded onto a big aluminum flange. So it's an elbow with a big round flange. I heated it up. I drilled a hole in the tank, heated it up, and let it melt into the tank. And then put a nut on the other side with a sealing washer, and then gooped it all too. So it's been holding perfect. I've got methanol in there right now, or not methanol, but E85. So that goes into our pre-filter here. And then this is a 10 micron filter in there. Then that just goes up to our pumps. And then from pumps, it kicks out over here, comes up over the top, into our Y block, into our secondary filter right here, and on up to the rails. It splits out to 2/8 on the rails. So we've got 4 fuel pumps, and this is a lot of fuel pump, but I was not able to even keep close to boost referenced. I was running 58 pounds 4 bar as my base pressure, and we were seeing it climb to about 65 pounds and then fall off as boost increased. That's a good word. That's my own. Anyway, so we were getting down about 50 PSI at full tilt, which was about 20 pounds of boost, and just not enough fuel. Injectors maxed out. So then we got a lot of injector, a lot of pump. So we should be solid on the fuel now. We turned the fuel system down to 3 bar. So I'm running just like 44 PSI right now. I'm gonna keep that as my new base pressure. While I was in here, I took the opportunity to just chuck in a cheap generic Driveshaft hoop. I checked that I can unbolt it there and lift it up over the pumpkin and pull it out still. So it's a solid welded in Driveshaft hoop. It's not ideal. It would have been more ideal maybe in this area here, whereas it's up closer to the, anyway, better than nothing. It was free. No exhaust. The exhaust is all gone. Dropped about 100 pounds there. And at any rate, we're going to turn the boost up about 3 more pounds for this next cash days. Trying to make about 1,300, 1,400 horsepower. We'll see what happens. See if this thing will keep it together. It's been very impressive of the times. I think right now where it sits, we're really close to breaking into the 9s with this. Our track is closed here, I can't tell, but just from running some passes with the local guy here with the right setup to see what he's got that, I don't know what it's called, but we set up this little thing on your magnetic thing on your car, and you got an app for it, and you go run your quarter mile, and it was running pretty good. But we got to get the combo dialed in. I got some upper control arms I'm going to put on for strength. I've got these tie rods, which are pretty beefy. I worry about the stock drag link. I don't know. This thing shakes quite a bit, but I know I've got a bad ball joint up there, so I'm just doing new upper control arms with, I think they're tubular style upper control arm. But anyway, so we got a lot of fuel pump now, and I've got to wire that in. I don't know if I'm going to bring those pumps on individually or if I'm just going to send both of them on at the same time. Haven't decided on that yet, but at any rate, I think I've got all the pump I'm going to need. I welded my little stud on there for my ground. That's a thick battery cable type ground that goes to ground the 2 pumps in here. Any rate, also, I probably never pointed this out. This is a totally bone stock T-case. It's a 263 HD T-case. It came out of an 03 Silverado. Then I wired it up for the 4L80. It came out of a 3/4 ton Silverado, and I had to custom wire up a harness to work with the push button. And then I've got, that's a Sonics yoke. These yokes are about 150 bucks. They're amazingly strong, awesome Sonics yokes. Check them out. The drive line was custom made. And then this is, of course, my 14-bolt semi-float. Someone's honking out there. This is a pretty dang strong rear end. It does not, hasn't given me a lick of problem. It is still a C-clip axle, and haven't had any issues with it. And you never do until you do, right? But it's been good. So we'll see how this setup does. It's kind of sleek. I like how sleek it is underneath, how it works. Anyway, guys, we'll keep you posted.